Hello. Let's take a couple of minutes to consider a worn shoe evaluation, and in particular, the wear of the insole. So every time you see a patient, you should be looking at the insole of their shoe. So you take the insole out, take a look at it, and you can see the wear pattern, both on the ball of the foot, the toes, the heel, and in the arch itself. So here's a real case that I came across a few years ago. So take a look at the insoles here. What do you see? Well, there's a few things that are obvious. The first is there's a wear pattern on the first metatarsal heads. Now this is an 8-year-old boy. Secondly, if you look closely, it's hard to see in the photograph, there are actually indications that the shoe is too small. So the shoe is almost overworn. And thirdly, if you look at the heels, there's a slightly uneven wear pattern in the back of the heels where the logo is. Now it turns out I know this kid, it's our son, Joseph, and he was 8 years of age. So when I looked at this, I said, my goodness, something's going on. So I got him and took a look at his flip-flops next. So here's what you'll see when you inspect those. Oh my goodness, what's so obvious here? Well, there's a mild hallux valgus. Take a look at the wear pattern. There's a lot of wear in the ball of the foot, which agrees with what we saw in the insole of the sneaker. And there's a mild deviation of the hallux on both feet. Now, the next thing we did was we got Joseph himself, we put him on the kitchen table when Mom was out of the house, and we took a photograph of his foot. And here you'll see the evidence of what we saw on the insole. There is the beginnings of a hallux valgus, and if you see, there's a slight angulation of the nail bed on the big toe. Pronation is beginning. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm a podorthist, what am I going to do? Well, I better make him a pair of orthotics, otherwise I'll have failed in my profession. So we made him a pair of orthotics. We wanted to take care of the hallux valgus, and we wanted to support his foot. His foot actually has a reasonable arch, but there was a mild equinus or a mild restriction in the motion of the ankle joint. What was actually happening was the first metatarsal was dropping down and the ground reaction force was pushing it up, and that's why we're getting the wear under the first metatarsal. So we made him a custom orthotic, and we made a UCBL style to support him, gave him good longitudinal arch support. We gave him a reverse Morton's extension, which you can see maybe in this orthotic here. We also gave him a mild heel lift to take care of the equinus in the rear foot, and we gave him a Kirby heel skive to give increased ground reaction force in the rear foot. And with all of that, he got to wear the orthotic, and now 8 years later, how does he look? Well, he's still playing soccer. He's 16 years of age. The mild hallux valgus did not deteriorate and get any worse, but the extent that it had reached at that point remains the same. The orthotic with the reverse Morton's extension, medial longitudinal arch support, and the heel raise to neutralize the equinus made a big difference in this case. Looking at the insole can help you tremendously in understanding what's going on inside the shoe and with your patient's gait. Thanks very much.